Hey everyone, Ethan here from Refold. I'm super excited to announce that today Refold is partnering with a brand new space repetition system called Quantized. As you all know, the SRS is a key tool in the Refold method. The SRS gives us big comprehension gains in immersion while minimizing the amount of time we have to spend studying vocabulary. For ages, Anki has been the dominant SRS in the immersion learning space. But Anki actually has a lot of problems. In fact, I would consider Anki the biggest barrier that we have to bringing immersion learning mainstream. Now, there are two major issues with Anki that I feel are standing in the way of us reaching a general audience. The first major issue with Anki is that it's just hard to learn how to use. At Refold, one of our primary goals is to make the onboarding process into a new language as smooth as possible. Anki, as it stands today, kind of makes this impossible. I remember when I first started immersion learning, coming across Anki and thinking that the idea was great. But just getting it set up took me weeks, really. I had to read tons of tutorials, I had to watch lots of YouTube videos, and I'm a technical person, I'm a software engineer, so for non-technical learners, Anki is an enormous barrier. Now, what's great about Quantized is it eliminates all of that setup process. You as a learner don't need to figure out which settings to use or how to install decks and sync them between different devices. All you as a learner need to do is go to the URL, click the button to say you want to study a deck, and start studying. So the second major issue that Anki has is a lack of data. Another goal of ours at Refold is to be data-driven. We don't just want to be guessing about what works and what doesn't. We want to study our learners and the actual process they go through so we can make informed decisions about what to recommend to different people and how we can build our tools more effectively. Right now, though, when we release an Anki deck, we have basically no visibility into its actual usage. The only feedback that we get is from our Discord community reporting errors or bugs or problems that we can address. But in terms of actually collecting metrics about how the deck is being used, we have basically no information about that. We, as the deck creator, want to know how many people are actually using our deck, how many people are actually finishing the deck. And if a learner doesn't finish the deck, we want to know, where do they stop? Are there specific cards that are causing problems? Is there at some point in the process where most learners lose motivation and we can help them with that? Anki doesn't give us any of that information to help us improve the decks and improve the experience for the learner. Quantized does. It gives us actual information about how people are interacting with the decks that we produce. So we can see what works and what doesn't. We can take that information and we can use that to make informed decisions about how to improve our tools for the future. Now, I want to clarify, Quantized is not a complete replacement for Anki. It doesn't allow for sentence mining workflows or creating custom cards or templates. It's a tool specifically designed for pre-made decks. It removes all of the complications and configuration issues that an end learner might experience with Anki, but it gives the deck creator full control over everything about the deck so that we can create the best decks possible. So going forward, we're going to be releasing all of our new decks on Quantized. Now, if you're an Anki diehard, don't worry, you'll still get access to the Anki packages if you want them. But we would encourage you to try out Quantized. We think that it's going to be really valuable. Now, Quantized is still in beta, so we expect there to be a few road bumps along the way, but we're working very closely with the creators to make sure that it improves as quickly as possible. And we're relying on you and your feedback to tell us what needs to be improved. We're going to create a channel in our servers where you can report issues with Quantized, but there's also a way to report bugs within the actual user interface. The ES1K Spanish vocabulary deck is available on Quantized right now. It's available on our Patreon, so there will be a link in the description below so you can get access to it. We have 3 other decks that are coming up. The JP1K V2, which includes example sentences and sentence audio, is going to be available in the next 2 weeks. It's almost ready. The Korean deck is also almost ready. We should expect that to be released early October. And our French deck is also in progress, so expect to see that coming out around November. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below so you don't miss any future updates on Dex or Quantized or any of the new content that we're coming out with over the next few months. We hope to see you here next time, and good luck immersing.